Hi everybody, Heidi-The, here Yorkshire Crafter. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Right, today, I don't know how many people actually have these, but I know some of you have asked me what you do with them because you've seen me use them the odd time. So I'm using Distress embossing glaze. Now, I have a load of them, but I'm only using Candied Apple. You can't even see that. Rustic Wilderness, Wild Honey, Twisted Citron, and Squeezed Lemonade. Look how bright they are. Look at that. Now, these are translucent powders. Lolly, under there. Get in there. So whatever colour you put them on top of, or if you put them on top of a stamped image, it's going to show through. So bear that in mind. But what I'm going to do today, I am going to go over something. We are going to use the powder over background stamp, but it's very slight. Right. So there's the powders. So I've got some card cut, have I not? I have. And I think, because I'm trying to use up all my bits that I've got hanging about, this is our Daler Rowney hot press watercolour. Now, we're going to use the gauze background from Gina K. Now, this is a stencil we're using. You've seen me use this stencil before. For the same sort of reason, because, well, it's an autumn stencil, so it's, yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? So let's find we're going to use Sand Dune, just to give the card a light piece of, I don't want any brown thread, a light coating on the background, and I'll show you why in a bit, because I've done it without any coating in the background, any stamping, sorry. And as much as I like it, I preferred this look better, and this was an accident. So I'll show you. Now, I've got one of these. I stamped one of these yesterday because I was going to video it yesterday. And I got distracted. I got called down upstairs, I think. I can't remember. So it's going to be completely dry. Now, that was the idea, because when I'd stamped like this, I was drying it off anyway. And I also used my embossing anti-static, but it still put it on this gauze. It still put these powders on the gauze. And I thought, oh, I don't like it. So I cut it up and made it into tags, and then I loved it. I think the tags are fantastic. So I might be able to show you both ways if that other one's took it on fully dry. So I'm totally happy with the patchiness. I don't want it to be, I don't even know if it's supposed to be. Where's a full-on, or is it actually patchy? I don't know, But it's one of my favourite ones, and it's such a basic background stamp. Now, I will check. I should have checked before I came on, but I've been getting all my Gina K from Morva Crafts. So I will check and see if they've got it on. I'll write that down for you. I'm not on commission or anything. I've just been finding things a little bit cheaper here. And she gives us giveaways and what have you, which is always a bonus anyway. But yeah, it has been a little bit cheaper than other places that I would normally shop at. And that's what we're all here for, innit? Right. Sorry, I didn't even drink my coffee before I came on. Ah, that's nice. Right. So I'm going to give that a blast. Like I say, I did this, I blasted it, I put my anti-static on it, and it still picked up the powders. And I didn't like it. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't like it at all. But then when I'd put the powders on and heated it up, I fell in love with it. That was it. The tags are amazing. But like I say, I'm hoping it's going to show you both ways now. So that one's dry. And now I'm going to put some anti-static powder on as well. No, I'm not. Silly Billy, getting a bit of ahead of myself. No, I am. I'm right. Now, I've put plenty on there as far as I'm concerned. Now, this is the stencil that I'm on about. Well, we've used, it didn't even clean it off because I thought we were doing it yesterday. And this is called Leaf Circle Stencil. I think this is a belting stencil. Yeah, I'm just going to do it that way around. And all we're going to do, I'm not going to bother to stick it down. Shall I? Yeah, I will. Actually, I just got some new masking tape, so I'm going to try it. When we've just done the Tracy promotion, Tracy Evans, I asked her what she used, and this is it, because she made it look really good, and I've been after one for ages. So let's give it a try. I'm only sticking it down. Oh, I don't like that. Oh, I like my tape just to rip. Oh well, if it works, it's worth it then, isn't it? Because I liked that you could see through it as well. I've got Eden sat outside of me. I've got Lolly in a bed. Now, the panel will be cut down to 5 1/4. Yeah, I'll tell you what I will do then. I'll fit it onto one of my sellotape things where it'll just rip it anyway. You know, perforate things. That's a good idea. So it will be perfect. Now then, I should stick it down all the way around. Let's put a little bit on. Or just hold it middle with your hands. Just for now, for speed, I'm just going to take it off my normal one because it rips. But yeah, I will definitely put that onto one of my... I've got loads of them reels where you put your sellotape on. Loads. So we're also using Versamark. Mine's very well inked. I have a little brush dauber always set aside for this. It's like I have one for me browns. That's really bad state now. One for me. I've got one for white and I've got one for the Versa. So all I'm going to do, keep my hand in the middle, and I'm just going to put that all the way through. Now what we'll do, the one that I've already got that's dry, or should be dry, it's been overnight, so let's see what the difference is. I'm interested myself to find out, so that's a good one. See, that's come straight up. I think it's because there's already gooey stuff all over already. We'll do the best we do. No, use the other side of it, Eden, please. I say you've got to be really quiet because Grandma's making a video. I've given me old blending brushes. And she's finished. 3 large pieces of paper. I wish we could craft that quick, I'll tell you. So they got the puppy yesterday. Puppy was called Sophie. And now she's called Gizmo. She does look like Gizmo. She came here yesterday. She is the tiniest thing I have ever seen. And she growled at Rosa. It was such a funny noise. They became friends then. But what a growl. Brian, he says to me, what's that noise? It was Gizmo. Funny. Right, I'm just going to pop my head to the side because it's one of them where you can't see if you've missed it. Now it looks covered to me, so I'm actually going to lift this up, she says. Yeah, you see my side bit's not working, is it? But that stayed stuck down. what I could do is lift this bottom one. Maybe I shouldn't have stuck it on paper. Look at that. I like it. So maybe if I just lift this one, take that out, and put the other panel in. So I'm going to put a mark on this and say, I'll just put that on, and then I know that's the one that was already dry. Let's have a look. That'll do. Like I say, I'm cutting it down, so. Only thing with that is it shows all the dog hairs you pick up as well. Just what everybody wants to see, isn't it? So I'll just do it the same thing. Should have moved them over. Put that there where it's not slippy. Oh, no. Waste of time. So there's all sorts actually that you can do with these. I like doing these when you do a piece of like grungy work, and then you put a little stamp on, not a big one, just a little stamp, and then put your embossing glaze on. I think it gives it a brilliant look, and even though it's picked up the colour underneath it. So depending on what you put it on, whether you put it on a plain piece of paper, which I have done with this stencil, which I'll show you, or whether you put it on something that's patterned, you're going to get a different look. It's clever stuff. Now, I don't know, I'm going to be honest and say I don't know where I bought mine from, because I've had it a long time. But I do know they do it on Amazon, but I think that's probably a bit dearer. I might be wrong, I'll have a look. If I think it's a cheap enough price, I'll link it in bottom. But if I find it cheaper, I'll have a look at places like Budley Crafts. They'll do it. I'm not sure if Tracy Evans does it actually. It's not something I've checked, so there's one to check as well. Right, I think we've covered it. Looks like it. Looks like if we miss any, it doesn't matter. This panel I wasn't using for this today, so it doesn't really matter. So I'll put that brush back over there. Put that away. Have a quick drink. Oh, that's nice. And then we'll lift this up. Quite like that stuff already. Now I could have well just smudged that actually. If I've put any big pieces underneath, I've just, you know, splodges, I've just smudged it, but it'll still do what we want it to do. Yeah, I can see how wet it is, that's fine. So I'm going to move that to the side. Now go into the one we was doing originally, which is this one. What I'm going to do is take my little spoon. I've got uggins and uggins and uggins of these, but they were given to me when I first started crafting, so I've no idea where they'll come from. Just a little spoon. Or you could use, do you have one of these on end of your poker tool? Or, hang on. These are from Amazon. Do you remember these when quite a few of us bought these? We'll use this actually. Yeah. So I'm going to take the red. No, I'm not. Let's start. Now then, what did I learn? I'm going to start with yellow. You're going to cover it with different colours. So just bear that in mind that... Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it with this one. Oh, yeah. Just bear that in mind that only bits of it are going to show through. So if you want one bit to be a huge yellow bit, then put a big pile like that and don't put out else over it. But I'm just literally, don't forget we're going autumn. I'll tell you what we'll do both together. And I'll move that right up so I'm not giving it everywhere. So we'll do both together, and then we know the colours have gone down the same as well. And you might think, oh God, there's going to be a load of waste. And it isn't, because it'll just get put into another jar. And then I will have autumn colours already mixed together, which is a brilliant look when you try and use it. Well, when you use it again, it's brilliant. Gives a great look. So that's the squeezed lemonade. We'll do the orange. Now this one's wild honey. I mean, you could just go through your stencil with your inks, but I was asked so many times about the embossing glazes, because I have used them more recently actually, but somebody wanted to see a detailed, if you just use these, but I have cheated and used the stamp underneath. So sorry about that. Orange. Wild honey, should I say. I think we'll go red now. So this is candied apple. Now this is a really strong colour in it. Don't forget there is no embossing here, so you literally just go around your edges if you like. Same on here. Can you hear her? She's spinning round on my spinny chair. Eden, that is, not Lolly. That's the red. I'm going to use the... No, Eden, stop. You're going to fall off, kid. Twisted citron. So, I mean, they're right autumn colours anyway, aren't they? Look at them colours. I mean, if you remember, I can't fully remember how I used this stencil last year, but I know we did the mixed colours through it, but with inks. And then we just put the sentiment across the middle. Well, we are using the same sentiment, but on the tags, not on the card. We're actually going to make a shaker card. So that's your green. And this was your rustic wilderness, so a bit of dark in the mix. Now, whether it's a good idea putting the really dark one on top, I don't know, because that's actually going to stop some of the other colours coming through. But I think it'll work. I think it needs that bit of dark. It's autumn. Any more over here? That's it. We look like we're making a right pretty cake, don't we? Eden, sit up, please. She's going to end up screaming in a minute. She falls off there. She's got to the point of no listening. Right, I was going to bang that down then. So that's the colours done. Time for another quick sip. So, this is the one where I'm hoping it's dry. And if not, then there's just no drying it. No, my goodness, it's still stuck to it, and that's been gone, 15 hours it's been like that. You know, stamped. Mind you, I didn't put any embossing powder, anti-static on, did I? So it's just as well, I preferred it this way anyway, because it's done exactly the same. Now all this, if you've got any bits where you want to see, like this corner, although we're going to cut that corner off, just pick them colours up, and they're already mixed, and it gives a fantastic look. I love that it's already mixed for you. So that looks pretty good to me. We're cutting off edge. I'm not going to put any more around there. So this one should be stuck like I don't know what. There's no green in that corner. That one's picking up. Yep. So because you've mixed all your colours, it really doesn't matter about putting this on all mixed, because it's just going to pick up all the different hints of colour. Look at that. Look how fantastic it looks. Now I'm just going to put this to the side because that will go in a tub of its own. I've got empty ones of these. And it'll just go in there on its own. Look at all the red and orange in it. I don't know if you can actually see it. So when that goes on to another project, you'll get all them colours going through it. It's amazing. Right, just putting that on the side. Not bad for somebody who doesn't like the feel of embossing powder. Oof. I just realised I need to move that one. Because we'll be cutting this down. Right, I'm going to heat it up. It heats up a lot quicker than embossing powder, normal embossing powder. And it has a different smell to it as well. There she goes. There. It has a lovely shine to it as well. So that one's done. I can't believe this. I thought this one would have absolutely just all dropped off. There we go. All done. So one of these is going to be my main panel, which that was the dry. I can't believe that. That was the dry one. And look at all these autumn colours that have gone in between. This is the one where I've actually put the... Do you know what? I put the powder down, didn't I? And that's actually the burlappy thing showing through. Very little ink's caught it. Powder, sorry. Big difference there. But I prefer this look. But I think for the card, I'll tell you what, we'll swap it around. This is going to be my card. So I'm going to cut that down to 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. So I'll do that now. There we go. Now this one, I'm going to cut into a 2-inch and Eden. Sit on the chair properly, please. I'm going to cut it into a 2-inch and a 2.5 inch. Now, hopefully I keep the middle bit, so I'm going to cut it straight through the middle, which I'll show you in a minute. So a 2-inch. By a 2.5. Right, so I've cut it down the middle because I want this bit, and those are going to be your tags. This is from Oakwood Direct online, and again, I'm not on commission. Oakwood Direct, and use code Yorkshire for 15% off, and it's continuous. So we all like a bit of that, don't we? I'm going to invest in some more of these. So much easier than putting a dye through machine. And then I can have whatever length I want as well. Couldn't tell you how much it was. I know they've still got them. I've had mine a good 6 months, I think. Sorry, I was just finishing my drink. Right, I'm going to put these aside for a minute, because this one we're going to do a little die cutting onto it. So let me get my pieces. I've got my mat and layer, and I've got my card base. So what we're going to do here, tell you what, let's put these together and then they're done. Oh no, I didn't do my glue. Keep forgetting to put my lid on at night and it's blocking up. Oops, I did get cross with it yesterday. Yeah, that's going to block up when I come to using it. I can tell what it feels. So I cut out Thankful, which is this one, Pretty Pink Posh Thankful Shadow. That was from Bumbleberries. And I've cut it out in Craft, with a Craft Shadow, Vellum Shadow, and Red. So if we glue these in now, in fact I'll make the tags now, because then that's done. Let me just take these little bits out. Where's my pokey tool? Sometimes, you know, you'll cut a flimsy die like this and it bends and twists and everything. This is fantastic, this one. When I got it out, I thought, that's not the one I used last year. It's tiny, but it was. I had to go look back on my video to make sure it was this one. It's the only one I've got, so I don't even know why I had to look at it. Right, so let's stick these down. So I'm putting the Craft on the Vellum and the Red on the Craft. Otherwise, Craft on Craft's not right, is it? And I'm just, obviously I would take my time more if I were just doing it for leisure. There we go. So that one will go there. I mean, you don't have to make it with a thankful sentiment. It could just be a birthday card and a birthday tag. It's quite apt actually, because our new challenging group this month is tags. So I'll bring the tags in. Where are the tags? Oops. Here they are. And I'm going to put Thankful there. Tell you what, let's do the eyelets first. It does eyelet size, right? So this comes with its own eyelets, which are We Are Memory Keepers. Then you can also buy We Are Memory Keepers eyelets, but they don't all. Other eyelets don't always fit these. What is that? But this one does. This is eBay. This is not at all. This is Amazon, and these fit a treat. So cheap and cheerful, aren't they? So we'll go for a green one in one of them. That's your green one. And let's put an orange in over. Why not? See, the eyelets that come with this, they're too small. Once you've pressed it, they just fall straight through. So it obviously cuts an hole for a bigger eyelet. If you want one of those We Are Memory Keeper punchers, be careful where you shop. I was very silly and I bought mine in a store. In fact, I got mine from Lavinia Stamps and it cost a fortune. And then I found it on Amazon, exactly the same thing, sold by memory keepers themselves, and it were £15 cheaper. So when you buy stuff from stamp companies, any of them, where they don't make it, they will sell it for more. Because they need to make a profit, don't they? But I don't mean like Tracy Evans sells Pink Frog card. She sells it at the same price. I don't mean like that. I mean things like this. Big things. Like your machines and stuff. Again, that's another one they do, and it's yeah, I call it a rip-off. So I'm going to put this one here. And obviously with the vellum, you need to look at where your dye is, otherwise the glue will show through. Even when it's dry, it dries clear, but you can still see where the glue is. So what you're really doing is writing Thankful on the back. I might not even have enough glue on there, but it is what it is. I think that's just perfect there, mate. Look at that. Really stands out. See, I told you it's getting clogged up because I left my lid off. I'll never learn, never learn. Should be enough. Now, I did try it the other way around, but the G hangs right off. And I'm not bothered with things hanging off, but I think it would have got damaged. Now, for thread, this is one of those that I got off that lady on eBay. I did say I'd get back in contact with her. She offered us a discount code. So I'll have to get in contact. And I just thought these were the perfect colours. I got 3 of these. Now, I think they were £5.99 each. But then she sent me a bag of oddmenty ones as well, which were quite nice. That's a bit wonky, but it's staying now. So how quick to do your tags. And don't forget, like I say, we're having your monthly competition this month is tags, and you win a prize. Heidi-The Yorkshire Crafter Group. You must answer all the questions to get in. There's actually 4 questions, but none of them are personal. It's all good. we don't want to know any details about you. We just want to keep out nasties, as you do. We do all sorts of competitions and giveaways and everything. You've got to have a profile picture. You've got to answer the questions. That's it. And if you don't, a robot will kick you out. It's not to do with us. It's a robot that does it. So those are your tags. Now, these are the tags that I did yesterday. So I'll still bling these. But these are the ones I did yesterday. And it was on the one where it kept more. Yeah? Where this one's kept hardly any. It kept more. And I love them. Aren't they just fantastic tags? I absolutely love them. I do. So I'll put them to the side. And we'll do the card. Now for the card, we're using Pretty Pink Posh. Oh, again. I'm doing well with those today, aren't I? And it's an acorn shaker card. Shaker die. Eden, stop it, please. So we need that bit to cut the pictures out. So I cut these all out so we weren't messing about. So we need one coloured piece, one coloured piece. I need a tiny piece of acetate, which I didn't get out. I'll just cut a little bit of it off. It only needs to go behind that, so that corner will do. That will do. So we're going to stamp something on that. So one to colour, one to colour. There's your acetate for your shaker. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put 4 of these together. Then that one will go on top. So dead easy. Oh, come on, don't stop now. So 4 of these together. I chose to go, I mean, normally I'd just use white scraps behind it. But I didn't want to see any white on this card. Cream would have been fine because that's going to fit with the middle. And these are dead easy to put together. In fact, I may go 5 because we've got them cut. Honestly. I can feel the glue there, it's stuck. I end up having to take this off and dig the sticky glue out. I mean, it's my own fault. It's no fault of this. Oh, there you go. Won't come out now. There we go. It's pushed past it. So that's 4. Let's do the 5. I'm not doing 6. There's 6 there, but we'll do 5. Oh, please, come on. That'll teach me, won't it? So we've got 5. You don't even have to cut them out. You can do it with foam, but I just didn't see why we should waste foam. So now we need 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder why I've ended up with an extra one of them. Oh, that's why I was playing with it. So we're going to stick all these together. I mean, you could do these with sticky tape on back, you know, cut them with double-sided tape on back, but look, it's not hard. I have loads of these little shaker dies, you know. I've got a cauldron, I've got just circles and oblongs and ovals. I've got 4-leaf clover. I've got a doggy paw print. I think they're a brilliant die to have. The only thing slowing me down is my glue not being ready. Done. I'm so sorry about this. That's really annoying. Oh, mind it weren't even there then to block it. Try again. Unless I'm running out of glue, that's a possibility. Oh no, there it is. Now then, this one I'm going to stick onto the acetate. So this needs to be glued perfectly. No marks, no holes. So I'll put that on there. Now while that's just drying a second, I'll just leave it there. While that's drying a second, we'll link up these two. And all we're using is a bit of vintage photo and just inking it up as to make it dark, if you like. I mean, you could have just used dark paper, but I wanted it to be blended, or inked, should I say. So it's blotchy, it's not a perfect colour. I don't know if that's even dark enough, so I'm going to get the gathered twigs as well. I mean, this would be nice if you'd have cut the top out in gold. That'd be lovely. So the block, totally want it blotchy, that's why I'm not taking any effort into what I'm doing. It's exactly what I want it to do. And I'm just going to put a bit of gathered twigs in and open it, darken it up a little bit. Not really, but, well, it is. Yeah, it is. And the same with this. So they matchy. That will do that. Just give that a wipe. Now I want to cut this one. Should be okay to cut. Just get me fussy cutting. I don't really want to do it with my fussy cutting scissors because, no, I'm not. I don't like glue on them. I won't put them near glue. So if you look, I'm just cutting under it. So I'm cutting at an angle. I mean, by all means, just cut it round like this. Just go back and trim it if you've got any bits that are hanging over, that's all. I just find it easier to tilt my scissors. Now, you can't put your die cut in and cut it because it actually cuts the middle out. Otherwise, that would have been perfect for it to just cut the right size. But it cuts it like that. So you would just cut the middle of it out of the acetate and it won't work. Shame that. That's something they could have been a good asset for them. Good idea anyway. People like me would like stuff like that. It makes things easier. Right, let's take these off and get a clean piece because I don't like dirty. Don't need that. Now, the little picture, what we're going to put in. So if we get the card, I tell you what, we'll put the card on the mat and layer, which is fresh asparagus from Gina K. So we're going to put that on there. So let's stick that down. I'll tell you what, I've got, I'm going to stick it down with this. This is Cropodile glue. And I'm not wasting all my Gina then. I'll put this in the link, remember. Now, a lot of people have been asking about this since the live. It's great for your big projects. I mean, it's great for your little projects. I just can't find my things to decant it into. And I've got about 12 unused. You know, the little bottles. You've got fantastic wiggle room with this. Sometimes it moves when you don't want it to either. So just be careful of that. Perfect. So actually, what else we can do is put it straight on its card base. And then we'll just work from there. Now then, which way do I want to see at the top? I'm going to stick with what I had. Oh no, I want that top. That's pretty. Right, so I'm going to put that there like that. It spreads, that's why I haven't gone to the edge. And I can always add some underneath it. I don't know which way it was now. But we'll go there. They opened it that way. Now, what we want to do, our acorn, is it? Is going to go here. And I want it at an angle. So I'm going to stick that down there. I'll leave that there. So the one that's got the 4 pieces on, we're sticking down. That's got 5 on, don't forget. But this will have when we put the acetate one on. So we want this to go about there. So I'm putting it right up to the end. I mean up to the lid, top. I should really give it some time to set, but time's not always a privilege, is it? Now the reason I'm using this glue is because this sticks quicker than the colour. And I want to be able to shake it and show you. So that's staying there. That should be stuck, yeah. Now we need to put the picture in there. So we know that that's the angle we want it at. Now I'm using a Tracy Evans little squirrel. Just that little one there. This is TE32. This is my favourite set of Tracy's. I've said it all along. And I think it's more because I just love this flower here. I've used it a lot. On stamping block. This little one I'll do. And I'm going to stamp it in fallen leaves. Feels like it's, oh it has, it's got a big hair on it. It's gone. Now I want to stamp it so it looks like he's sat on a bit of a hill. Now that should be just perfect So just drag it over here. That's where it's going to sit. So I want him there. Perfect. We can go in and darken him if we wanted to. Hang on. Which ones have we got here? I think this has got black in it, but oh no, it's got blue. I won't use that. That's got black, yeah. I'll just take a little bit of the brown and darken it up. Preferably use a paintbrush actually, because I have a paintbrush just for this. And I don't know where it is, but this one's got a point. And by using the same ink, you're not going to get any blotches. Eden, leave her alone, please. Last thing I want is Lolly awake. There, we'll go with that. I should have got the paintbrush out, but it's not where I thought it was. But that's okay. And I'm going to get the Indian ink 2020 Derwent ink tints, and I'm just going to draw him or her a little grounding. Where's my water? There it is. So it fits in when you put it in thing. It looks okay. Trust me. Just taking out that harsh line. And then with the brush that's on its last legs, because all the things are coming off it, I'm going to take the vintage photo. I think this has actually got tea dye on it, but we're going to take vintage photo. It's okay. I'm just going to go around the edges. We are going to splat it. I know it's only a little area, but we are going to splat it. That picked up a lot then, because that's wet, obviously. Preferably wait till that's dry. It was risky actually, because I don't even know what kind of card this is, so I'm surprised that worked. I think it's literally just cream card. Right. It's a tiny, tiny piece of card. Although that's permanent ink, the squirrel, it will, because it's wet, take blotches of water on it, and it doesn't give it a good look. So that's why I'm just covering it up a minute. I want that look, but I don't want it on my squirrel. Get the towel. Give it a quick blast. before we put it in, so no it sticks to it. So we're now going to stick this in here. I never thought Tracy's got some little acorn stamps. I could have either done him sat on one or, you know, coming out of one or eating one. I should have put more thought into that. So that's going to fit right down into where it's been cut out from. I think maybe I should have gone one higher, but it is what it is. Now I've got a couple of sequins, and I'm just gonna take a couple of flat ones. I tried all different things. I've got all sorts of things for shakers, but none of them were working, because otherwise I'd have had to build it up too high, this one, and I didn't want to. So he's only getting 4 of them. Oh, I'll give him 5. And 5 of the Spellbinders gold. And these are lovely and flat, so it's perfect. Right, 5 of them. That's plenty. We're not doing a massive shaker. It was mainly for the background, to be fair. I'll move that in a minute. Now the one with the acetate on, I'm going to wipe a bit of anti-static on it, and then I'm going to wipe it off as well. But it stops sticking. I'm not saying it's not going to stick to it all the time. You know the sequins? Well, that's clever, isn't it? Put glue on the acetate. That should be perfect. So we're going to stick that on top of there, which puts them level at 5 pieces each. So we need that to dry. Just giving that a second while we do that. I want a piece of, hang on. A piece of craft. And this is Lawnthorn Car Critters. And I just want the thanks there. It is a longer sentiment, but I only want part of it. So I don't know where my others are. These are just my old horrible ones. Oh, it's there. Oh, it's okay. I'll use it now. So I'm literally just gonna, with fallen leaves, I'm just gonna put ink on the thanks. Oh my gosh, that was weird. I can hear Rosie snoring in the bedroom below, and she sounded like Lexi. Oh, that was a bit odd. So there you go, just simple thanks off a long sentiment. It's amazing where you find your sentiments. I've not used this apart from for sentiments. Tell you how old this is. It's not even in one of my things. It's in a CD case thing. So I've had that a long time then. And I'm just going to cut it out. that's just right, that. So we'll put the lid on now. I'm really warm. I nearly succumbed to putting the heating on yesterday, but we didn't, and today it's warm. I mean, Andy says even I'm not warm, and Andy, he'd go without eating all the time, he would. So for him to say it justified me wanting to put it on. What a difference that makes when you darken it up, look. How cool is that? Same with this one. I don't know if they're going to shake, because actually I think I put the acetate on this bit. But if it don't, it's just stuck there, isn't it? The idea was for the background. Let's try that. And then we want the thanks here at the side. I'll get a... I wonder if one of these will fit it. That'll do it. Let's try that. I tell you, the heat in this room has changed how these pads are working. I've never had an issue with them, ever. That's too big. I'm melting. Let's try again. Let's take a thin one. Should have just got my normal strips out, shouldn't I? There we go. And I'm just going to stick that on the side. There. So we're an hour in, so I won't show you the blinging, I'll show you blinged. But, oh look, it has. It's just enough. That one will come down. Once it's all calmed down, they will just drop down. They will. But there you go. It is just a little... It ends up looking like that anyway, when they'll drop down. So, this is what I want to show you. So, we've done the embossing like that. If you didn't want to do the stamp underneath, this is what it's going to look like. Now, you might much prefer that. I made a mistake by doing it on white card. If I'd have just done it straight away onto cream card, I think it'd be stunning as well. Absolutely stunning. But it doesn't suit white card for me. Other ways, use the pinks and do it. I might cut this down into some greens, just messing about. I think this is stunning, this piece. So I may do something with it. I might just stick a silhouette flower on it. But I'll have a play. I think tags. I've just got to think about tags. And it's tag month for us, so look at these. I think these are stunning. I really love that in dark. Love it. And like I said, that was a happy mistake. It wasn't supposed to stick to the stamp below. But it did, and it worked. So I'm going to get out of your face. I'll do something with that. And I'll put the photo up. And all I've done is put the stencil over. I've done it the same way with the embossing pad. Yep, can't find it. And then put the colour on. Just sprinkled the colour on. But made it more definite areas rather than sprinkle. But that suits white. So there you go. Have a play. That'll make some belting tags. Right, I'm going to go. and I'll catch you on next one. Thanks for being with me. If you're not subscribed, and give me a thumbs up, I would absolutely appreciate it. And even better, for me, if you like it that much and you want to buy me a coffee, I thank you. Bye.